Time, the old colossus, perpetual movement across a near-infinite pathway. We're born, we live, we love, we die. An endless locomotion charging towards the heat death of the universe. Time is fickle. It won't wait for you. It won't slow down or speed up or stop altogether, no matter how our grey matter interprets it. So why waste what few moments you have on this hellish globe investing time into something that has no respect for yours? In games, time has become something of a boorish exchange rate that infers value across an axis of coin and sand. We want more bang for our buck, more things to do, more hours ahead of us before we hit that finishing line. We want to spend days or even weeks indulging in our favourite pastime. And often it is the case that this desire isn't really respected all that well. Padding, filler, content sawdust, whatever you want to call it, it's indicative of a market that understands what players value but doesn't quite get the distinction between good and bad iterations of this desire. A game I played recently nailed what it is I find frustrating about this digital equivalent of Hamburger Helper, and it has done so by flipping the equation round. Rather than worrying about offering players the most time for their coin, it instead asks, how much can we fit in a single minute? On first play, Jan Willem Nijman's cute lo-fi puzzler is quite hard to categorise. It looks like a Zelda clone, but it behaves more like a point-and-click adventure. It has a certain arcadey feel to it, as well as some roguelite touches. But there is also a permanence and specificity to your victories that feels nothing like any of these. It takes inspiration from a lot of sources, and at a glance one might argue that there is little in here that is original. Yet, within moments of discovering the rules of the game and of its world, you realise that everything hinges on this core obstacle, the ever-ticking timer, and it is through that lens the game reaches out to firmly grasp its unique identity. At first you set your sights on humble goals. In this minute I'm going to check over here by the beach. In this minute I'm going to use the watering can I found on this lonely plant. In this minute I'm going to kill all of these crabs for this bar owner. You figure out the puzzle, then work out the logistics of physically solving it within the time limit. In itself, this is a system that would lend well to the structure of a traditional puzzler. Each conundrum self-contained and increasingly challenging. But then you start to notice, hey, I completed this goal and I still have 40 seconds on the clock. I wonder what else I can achieve before I have to start again. How much can I get done in a single run? And it turns out that you can do quite a lot in a humble minute. You can navigate a maze of snakes, rescue a poor unfortunate soul from the desert, explore a haunted house, fight a ghost, blow up a sword factory, and quite literally give a dog a bone. Minit stands out because it treats its timer not as a hindrance but as an opportunity. Everything in the game is built to be possible, even for an absolute buffoon like myself, and possible on a strict time limit to boot. Needless to say, every minute spent in Minit has value. There's no padding here. There can't be. There's no time for it. And this is only possible when you build exclusively around a central axis like this. Limitation can be a good thing. A minute, after all, is only as long or short as its observer perceives.